Alright, so as many of you guys know, yesterday I took the day off because I just wasn't feeling myself. I was feeling a little sick, right? So I was laying in bed and I get a text message from one of my best friends, and she texted me, she goes, I know you're not feeling great, but if you need anything, let me know. I'm happy to bring you whatever you need. And I just sat there, or laid there in bed, and was just so impressed with that. I thought that was so kind of her, and so thoughtful for her to even offer that. So I just want you guys to take a second, and I kind of want you to think about what you guys look for in a friend. So what are some things that you guys look for? I know that when she said that, I was like, wow, she's very thoughtful and very caring. So what are the things that you guys look for? Why don't you guys turn and talk to your neighbor and share out what you guys look for?
Okay, so what I look for a friend is
always
Why don't we come back together? I heard some awesome things. And as I was listening, I was thinking to myself, well, these sound like character traits. What are character traits then? How would you define a character trait, Ethan?
I think it would be like how would they act.
How someone acts, maybe. Okay, Olivia?
Their emotions?
Their emotions. So character traits and emotions, they're different. Emotions come and go, but a character trait is how you would describe someone as a person, right? I can be happy sometimes, but I can also feel sad sometimes. Those are emotions, right? But a character trait is something that sticks with a person, okay? So I heard some people talking about respectful or caring. So those are the character traits that we're going to focus on, okay? Those kinds of character traits. And then I got to thinking, well, geez, we wrote a poem this morning about character traits, didn't we? Yeah. Your job this morning was to come up with 2 character traits to describe yourself, wasn't it? Yeah. So I'm going to read the first stanza of my poem, and I want you guys to help me find the character traits that I used, okay? So, I am nice and outgoing. I wonder what is really in my control. I hear adventures knocking to come out. I see tangled minds unwinding before me. I want to never settle, and I am nice and outgoing. Where are my character traits? Danae? Nice. And what else, Chris?
Outgoing.
Outgoing, absolutely. So, why do you think it's so important to focus on these character traits in this poem? Why not the other things? The other things are important, but why character traits? Kamara?
It's because who you are.
It's who you are. These are the words that are going to describe me. This is my I am poem, right? Mm-hmm. I stressed that very heavily this morning in writing. These are words to describe us, right? That's why it's important. Why else? Ariana?
Because what if somebody doesn't know really much about you and they want to learn more about you?
That's a great reason. And there's one more thing that I'm looking for. Ethan?
Because you're trying to find more. You're trying to see how their traits are when you meet that person, how they are and all that.
Okay, maybe. Yeah. But also, how many times do you guys see nice and outgoing in my poem? Dominic?
A couple of times.
A couple of times. I don't just say I'm nice and outgoing. 1, 2, 3, 4 different times. So I want those words to really stick with my readers. If I'm trying to teach someone about who I am, I want these words to stick in their mind. And I want them to really show who I am. So as I'm looking at my poem, nice and outgoing, those 2 aren't just going to cut it. They're not going to cut it for me. I need to dig deeper. So I thought we could create a list of character traits together as a class that might help us branch out in our vocabulary too. Okay? Think we can do that? All right. So, does anyone have a character trait? You guys are excited about this. I love it. Let's see. Kevin, what do you have?
Responsible.
Responsible. That's a great one. I heard you guys say that a lot when you were listing out things you look for in a friend. And I'm just going to add on to responsible because that's a great one, but there are other words that are also like responsible. So I'm going to add those up here. So I have dedicated, reliable, and loyal. So before we move on, I want to take a second to practice saying those words. So we're going to be doing this a lot today, just repeating this I am sentence frame, and we're going to plug in all of these new character traits that we're coming up with, okay? So I want you guys to just turn and talk to a partner and practice, I am responsible and dedicated. I am reliable and loyal. Okay? So go ahead and do that really quick.
I am responsible and dedicated.
Awesome. You guys will get plenty of opportunity to practice. That sounded great though. Anyone else have other character traits that come to mind? Asia?
Honest.
Honest. I love that one. Honest. And as you bring up honest, I have other ones to go with honest. Have you guys ever heard of the word genuine?
Yes.
Genuine goes really well.
Genuinely.
So someone that's honest is also probably pretty genuine. You know, they're a real person. So I'm going to put trustworthy up there. And I'm just trying to help make the list bigger quickly. And I also added up sincere. You guys heard of sincere before?
Yeah.
Yeah, and a letter, that's actually a great one. If you're signing a letter sincerely, right? Yeah, it means you're sincere. You're really meaning what you say. Yes, Ariel? Oh, hold on. Your hand wasn't up. Are you trying to give me a character trait?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Anyone else have a different one? Michelle?
Brave.
Brave. I actually saw that in a lot of your writing this morning as you guys were drafting. So brave. And as I think of brave, I also think of adventurous. And courageous.
Nice.
And some of these words might not be words that you guys would think to use all the time, so I want to help give you guys these words so you can beef up your writing. Courageous. So I'm going to stop right there and we're going to practice. So you guys are going to practice with I am honest and genuine, trustworthy, sincere, brave, adventurous, and courageous. Okay, go ahead and try that out with the partner. Awesome. Anyone else have character traits? Maura.
Helpful.
Helpful. I like that one. A lot of you guys are very helpful. And as you guys are saying these character traits, I really think of each and every one of you. A lot of these character traits describe you guys as people. So I'm going to add a couple more to helpful, too. I'm going to put up caring and loving, giving, and I'm going to even put up thoughtful. Because I think all of those kind of share the same thing, right? They all kind of mean the same thing. They're very similar to one another. So I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but I'm trying to group the words together that have the same kind of meaning. You guys see that?
Yeah.
Awesome. So let's go ahead and try out that one. I am helpful and caring, etc. You guys are becoming professionals at this, so go ahead.
I am helpful and caring.
Do you try?
I'm helpful.
Does he have one? I know you shared a good one with me this morning.
Hard working.
Hardworking. Excellent. That was such a good one. Hardworking. You know what I think of when I think of hardworking? Who do you think I think of?
You.
No, I don't think of myself.
Us.
I think of Lupe from the Marble Champ. Remember, you guys all wrote your literary essays talking about how Lupe was so hardworking. Many of you. Hardworking. So I think of hardworking, but I also think of determined. And I'm going to put dedicated under there too. So I know I have dedicated up here, but I also want to put it down there. All right, so last time through, I am dedicated and determined, etc. Go ahead, try it out. I know there's about a million more character traits you guys can come up with, but I want to give you guys some time to practice. But I also want you guys to be really purposeful with these words, okay? Because we're not just going to throw in any two character traits into our poem about us, are we?
No.
No, because some of these brave, I don't think I'm a very brave person. So that probably wouldn't be a character trait to describe me. But if you really feel like that's a character trait to describe you, I want you guys to try that out, okay? But I also want you to try out all of these different words. So we're going to be playing Teacher Find Class. Okay, it's going to be a good one. So, I know, it's been a while. So Teacher Find Class, and as you guys meet up with your partner, I want you guys to say the same line, and you can use any combination. You don't have to use two words from this list. You can use one word from here and one word from here, but I want you guys to mix it up, okay? Use several different combinations. Layla?
Only from there I can make her.
You know, I'm not going to stop you from using words that you know outside of this list that we've created. This is just a starting point to help you guys get thinking about new character traits.
Nice.
Kevin?
So I thought something really funny is that I am dedicated and dedicated.
That's pretty funny. If you're extra dedicated, I guess you could do that, right? Okay, so I'm going to pass out cards, and then I'm going to have you guys meet up with your first partner. Expect you guys with your partner in 5, 4,
Ariana.
3,
Teacher. Julian.
2,
I am actually
1.
I am loving and also I'm joyful and happy.
Awesome. Okay, I want you guys to find a new partner. Next time, you guys can actually just stay standing. Okay? And why don't you just stay here so you can all see the board? Alright, I want you with your next partner in 5 seconds, please.
And the troublemaker. And that is determined and honest. I am fragile. I am helpful and caring.
Alright, can you guys just take a seat right where you are, please? So, I heard you guys using these words perfectly. They sounded amazing, and I can't wait to see what you guys are going to do when you get back into your own writing. Because I think some of you guys are probably going to make some revisions to your writing. Yeah? Oh, yay. I'm so excited. But as I was just talking with Ethan, and he said, it was really funny. Ariel said, I am beautiful.
No, Ariana.
Oh, sorry, Ariana. She said, there she is. She goes, I am beautiful. Which she is beautiful, of course, but is that a character trait?
No, not really.
Not really. So we have to be extra careful when we're using character traits or ways that we describe the way we look. Okay? So physical traits are different than your character traits. Okay? So try to stay away from words like tall or short, right? That's not going to describe you as a person on the inside, right? I want to know these kinds of words. Who are you as a person? Not what you look like on the outside. Okay? So be thoughtful of that too as you guys go back into your writing and look to see, oh, did I write, am I tall? Or am I fast? Does that really describe me as a person? Okay, so I want you guys to be thoughtful about that too. Are there any questions before you guys start to revise your own work? Remember, do not erase things.
Okay.
Julian.
You have to write a pen?
Yeah, or pencil, just above it. I just want to be able to see your changes so we can see how much you've grown as a writer. Right?
Could you
All right.
finish I am pose?
Yep, that's what you're getting into right now. You're going to go back and make some revisions, but I really want you guys to focus on this first line because, again, it's repeated all throughout the poem, so it's a really important line. Okay? So go ahead and start with that, and once you guys feel like you made revisions, then you can start revising the rest of it. Yeah, absolutely, as long as you're describing you. Okay. I know, I love that one. I know you did, but I want you to keep that. If that's really what you want, I want you to keep that, okay? Yeah, that was great. I don't think you need to change that one.